Mr. Govind Singh, MD and CEO of Utkarsh Small Finance Bank, the recently listed small finance bank, is joining us now. The numbers are good. And Govind, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. We are also entering that phase next 2-3 quarters, which are seasonally pretty good for the small borrower, which is feeding into the festive inputs, the larger inputs. How are the inquiries coming in?
So we expect, as I mentioned, normally quarter one is little slow, then quarter two picks up, and we are seeing a good pickup in quarter three. Across, in fact, in the month of October also, we saw a good growth in our disbursement and the overall numbers. So I think we have already seen the festive season, Diwali, Dashara, and followed the Christmas, and even in our core geography, Chhath is a big festival in that area. So these are feeding in a good credit demand for overall, in fact. And especially we are more into microfinance, individual lending, MSME, affordable housing. So these are the segment which flourish during this period. So we do expect S2 should be much better than what it has been S1 for people like us, and especially those who are in the geography of UP and Bihar in that area.
So this is something very important. You're saying that yes, indeed, outlook for next 2-3 quarters are good, seasonally also, and on ground, especially the North Indian larger states are showing promise. Govind, there's also, and I want a clarification from you, there is one section of the strategists and the street who have started to become a little uneasy on the small borrower, small lender ecosystem's asset quality. They are saying that early cracks are emerging. Is it early to paint the entire space with the same brush, or indeed there is some pressure points showing?
No, I think there might be some pressure point in some specific segments or some specific geography. But if you look at this segment, and especially the way we operate, I think we are not hardcore, digital, or without not having connect with the customer. We have a very strong connect with the customer. I think those segments are showing really good promise, and we don't foresee any challenge as far as the mid and small segment is concerned. From the credit quality angle is concerned, we have seen a improvement over a period of quarter on quarter basis for, if you see, last almost 2 years now, and we think that this will continue to happen in going forward also, at least in the segment which we are talking of, middle and smaller segment. We don't foresee a challenge in that segment.
Right. Hi, sir. This is Vinny joining in the conversation as well, and good afternoon to you. If I want to get a bit more in terms of number specific, yes, you're seeing not much of a challenge there. But right now, in terms of when I'm looking at the NIMs, they are seeing a bit of a contraction. They're contracting. So, is there a scenario? What is could you help us understand how much of your deposits have been repriced? Anything on that front?
Yeah. So almost about 2/3 of our deposits have already got repriced, because typically, we don't have 5-year, 7-year type of product deposits. We have more of a deposit which were in 700 days type of range. So almost 2/3 of our deposits have been repriced. From here, we don't expect, as far as the market is concerned, from the regulatory angle or from the market angle, we don't expect rates to go up from here. I think rates have bottomed out, you can say. But still, as you mentioned, because of the repricing of some of the deposits, we still expect that 20 to 25 basis point up in terms of the overall cost can happen in next 5 to 6 months time. So that's only obviously one impact. But at the same time, I think we're able to pass on those costs to the ultimate borrower, and we are seeing a similar positive in our lending side. Even the retail lending side, we expect up to 50 basis point up in the disbursement in next 4 to 5 months time. So that will be taken care because of the we are able to pass on this cost. So we have shown a NIM of 9.2% for this quarter. We think that 9.2% is very well maintainable. We don't foresee a challenge in that. And if you look at the other numbers, I think 18 to 20% of ROE, that's in medium term, that is well within our range, and we should be able to manage that for next foreseeable quarters.
Sir, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now, giving us an understanding in terms of what the company, what we should be expecting from the company going forward. That was the management of Utkarsh Small Finance Bank, Mr. Govind Singh, MD and CEO.